Thank you. And that's a very good questions. And thank you so much for the kind introduction. So when I got into Cambridge University as a PhD student in 2007, I looked at the market challenges we faced back then. And one of the challenge in retail was the string continued to increase. And by 2020, the string was increased over 100 billion in losses. And not only string, but also the on-sale availability was more than 30-40%. And the customer browsing habit have changed from in-person shopping to click and collect, pick from stores and omni channels and so on and so forth. And that's just a retail challenge. And then I looked at how about aerospace? Aerospace was crying out for so-called FOD solution. FOD stand for foreign object debris. Leaving behind a tool inside a plane engine or a wing is a massive safety risk. It could bring the plane down, and it could
and this happens a lot.
Indeed, and you get to see that.
No.
And so then according to survey again, it costs 13 billion every year in direct and indirect costs for flight delays and fuel efficiencies and so on and so forth, because of these tools being left behind or foreign object being left behind the plane. And then if I now move to, let's say, another sector, which is airports and airlines, according to survey again, you could save 400 million pounds annually by tracking luggage, because luggage get misrouted or lost and so on and so forth, and you lose 400 million pounds every year because you had to pay the passengers. And then finally, the other sectors we were looking at back then was medical healthcare hospitals. Being able to locate medical devices could save billions of pounds, not to the US, but also worldwide. And of course, you can improve the health, the quality of the patient treatment you are giving to the hospital. This in particular was very dominant evident that COVID-19 have clearly highlighted. If you can ensure that the critical medical devices at the right place, you could save people's lives. So all of these, what I took as the challenge when I started my PhD. And so the PhD was, how do I solve this? And if it wasn't Cambridge, I don't think I would have invented what I have invented over the years to solve this problem. Okay. And I'm pleased to say, when you start the PhD, this is a real challenge, but but the Cambridge teach you that you understand the state of art, how other people have solved it before you, so that you can hopefully this time solve it in the right way. And so during my 3-year PhD, I understood that there were passive RFID solutions. People like Intel, the technical companies like Intel and others have tried to solve solutions using passive RFID tag to do the same thing. And then you had the active RFID people have come up with their battery-powered technology solution to try and solve the same thing. And then you had the Wi-Fi technology people have trying to do the same, and then BLE, and the competitive landscapes goes on. But deep inside you, you know, if you truly want to solve all these challenges I've just mentioned, not just in retail, but in other sectors, you got to come up with a solution which is ultra low cost. Ultimately, the price of the tag has to be below 1 cent, because then you're truly addressing every market, every food industry, every places, and it got to work. Not only the price has to be really a right price for every single item on the planet, but also has to really work. And so my real PhD goal was to use the battery-free electronic tag, because I know the price is going to continue to come down. At that point, the price was 6-7 cents per tag. Today, you know, is around 3 cents per tag when you buy in volume. You know that in the coming years, it's going to come down below 1 cent. I know companies are working towards that, polymer tags and so on and so forth. So my focus was really to not to bother with the tags. I know it's going to keep coming down. Can I use the off-the-shelf passive tags and do the clever thing on the reader technology, the fixed reader technology, and invent the fixed reader such that the fixed reader can work almost like an active technology? So what I have invented, this reader can read tags over 20-30 meter distance, can achieve 99+ inventory accuracy, can locate tags, and suddenly you got a fixed reader RFID technology, performs almost like an active technology, and you change the world because you're now providing active performance at the passive economics.
Sabesan.